What do you think about the remodeling at school?
I think it's going to make it look a lot nicer and people actually want to come to school.
I think that it's going to be good for the school. It's kind of old and we need to start fixing it. I think it's going to be motivational for the students to come back to school and just be excited about everything that's happening.
I think it's going to help us with our rehearsal because a lot of times we have to go in a grass field and it's kind of it's really muddy a lot of the times if it rains. So now we're going to get some concrete to practice on, so it's going to help a lot.
I think it'll be good for you guys. It'll be exciting for you. You'll have all different lines to go to, and it'll be rough for us for a little while, but it'll be okay once we get used to it and everything.
It's true. Frisco High School is being remodeled, not only to accommodate the population growth that has occurred in Frisco over the past few years, but also to take advantage of the new technology that is now available in education. Hopefully, most of you have noticed the construction going on around the school during the past few weeks. There have been so many questions as to what is being built and what is being changed, RACC-TV decided to go to the top for some answers.
What's going to be built in this area?
Well, in this area, we're going to have the new auditorium. It's going to take up all of this parking area, and that's why we're having that additional parking lot made, because that's going to make up for this parking lot, and it's also going to give us additional space, and that is for the band to have marching practice. So that's what's going to be right along here.
What's the auditorium going to be used for now that we're getting a new one?
Well, we're going to have our theater productions, our orchestra productions, just like what we normally do with the auditorium that we have. The only thing is that we're going to have more seating area. And we're going to have a reception area where, parents and community members and students that come in will have an area like what we do right now. You come in and you stand around in the cafeteria. In this area, you're going to have a reception area where you can stand and visit and just get ready to go into any performance that we may be having.
Are there going to be any changes to the cafeteria, and are we getting additional food lines?
Absolutely. The cafeteria floor, as we have it right now, is we have, multi-tiers. It's going to be all one flat floor. And so that way we can add additional tables, and we're also going to have not just these serving lines, but we're going to have additional serving lines where the existing auditorium is. So those are going to be some changes in that area. As you see the wall over there, that's going to have a wall so that when you first walk in, you're not going to see the cafeteria right away. It'll be the wall where we will have our National Merit Scholars, hanging, and their pictures hanging there. So it'll have a different look, and it will also have those additional serving lines.
Will the menu change?
Being that we're going to have additional serving lines, that I don't think it's going to change from what we have. We're just going to have an addition, like a salad bar and other choices. They could change from time to time, but it's going to give us more choice than what we have right now.
I understand we're getting a new gym. What are we going to do with the old one?
Well, actually, the old one is going to be a second gym, so we're not getting rid of that gym. Being that we have two auxiliary gyms, which is the two small gyms on each side of it, we're going to keep one of them, and then the one going out towards the indoor facility, we're going to have a huge, or the big competition gym that's going to be an inset on top of that area. So it is going to be a competition gym like some of the other high schools have. The bleachers are going to be set in the wall. I mean, we're not going to have to crank them out like we do the old gym. They're going to be permanent. Underneath the bleachers, there's going to be storage. So the different sports, indoor sports, will be able to have more storage area to store their uniforms, their equipment, and so forth. So we're really not getting rid of the old gym. We're just going to have an additional competition gym installed.
Will the concession stand remain here?
Actually, the concession stand's going to remain here, but we're going to extend it on out this way so it'll be bigger. And there'll be room to walk around and to set up, you know, the different things that are going to be sold. So the other thing too, the restrooms, we're going to add additional restrooms. So we'll have, you know, a bigger restroom area. The front of the gymnasium area will look different. It will be extended. So it's going to have a much bigger and prettier look.
Will the orchestra still be in the lecture hall?
No, it will not. The lecture hall where the orchestra is housed right now will become an actual lecture hall, the way it was intended to be. So the orchestra kids are going to have their own area where the existing auditorium is, where the stage is. That is where they're going to have their own place.
Ms. Palacios, what's going to happen to the library?
Well, the library, the existing library will no longer be the existing library. It's going to be converted into computer labs. So we will have like 7 classrooms, and they're going to be computer labs. Now, as far as the computer labs that we currently have, those will become classrooms. The murals that we have right now, don't worry about it, because they're going to stay there, and they're going to, you know, be a very, you know, pretty background for the computer labs. The windows will remain the same, and they'll just be used for another purpose. But we are going to get a brand new library.
What's going to be built in this area?
All along Stonebrook, that's where the new library is going to be. It's going to be a big focal point for traffic that's coming either way on Stonebrook. It's going to be right across the police station, and it's going to have a beautiful view from the outside and the inside. This parking lot right behind us, or right in front of us, it is going to be an additional parking space that will accommodate right to the library.
Is the library going to be bigger?
It is going to give us additional space. It's also going to be built more for the 21st century learner, more media. We will have flat screen TVs where instead of the pulled down screens that we use right now, it will have flat screen TVs so we can have classroom settings in there as well. So it's going to be a lot more on the modern end and the media end of things.
Ms. Palacios, are there going to be any other additions to the original?
Zach, I'm glad you asked that, because there are. On top of the library, we're going to have additional classrooms. We're going to have 2 large science labs / classrooms, and a few other things that we're going to add as well. Where the north office assistant principals are, they're going to be moved over there closer to me. So that's another thing that's going to be added. And we'll make a few minor adjustments as we go along, but those classrooms are going to be very important for us, because as we're growing in enrollment every year, we're going to need those additional classrooms, and that will accommodate for our growth. Thanks for asking.
Well, there you have it. This building was originally completed in 1996, and new sections were added in 1998. So this is not the first time Frisco High School has been remodeled, and probably not the last. The Dallas Morning News even did a story on the FHS remodel in April. Weather permitting, construction is scheduled to be completed by the fall of 2013. We'll probably be dealing with dust and detours from time to time, but the finished product will be something we can all be proud of. For RACC-TV, I'm Kayla Kowalik.
Senior Day is a celebration of the senior class here at Frisco High School. It was begun many, many years ago. It's very unique to Frisco High School in that no other high school in the district has this celebration. The purpose of Senior Day is to celebrate our seniors and to celebrate their accomplishments and the day that they go out into that cold, cruel world. Usually we have parents, grandparents, some of our students will go. We'll have some juniors there. We'll have some of the school district dignitaries will all attend Senior Day. We call the kids down one by one. They'll come down and they will be recognized by class.
In the 4th grade, we added to our class.
Whoever comes in, 1st grade, kindergarten, and so forth. We'll get all the way up to the kids who came in their senior year. In between, we'll have some entertainment by some of our students. We'll also have remember wins, things that took place during a particular year that the kids will remember.
Remember when we all loved nap time?
I thought senior day went very well. It's been a long time coming. I had to wait a little bit, but it was all worth it.
It was good. Everyone got together, but it's like pre-graduation, and it makes me really sad, but I'm pretty excited that we're all about to graduate and go off to school.
Senior day, 08. It was fun.
Yeah.
A little long.
Quite a little bit long.
It was fun getting everyone together for one last hurrah before graduation.
I thought senior day was really fun. I liked the fact that it was a ceremony just for the seniors, and it's a good thing to do before we all go off and go our separate ways.
I'm out. It's been fun, but bye-bye.
It was pretty cool, but it was kind of long, so be prepared to sit a long time if you're going to come.
I really like the fact that I got to see all my friends walk down the aisle and got to cheer for them, and then all the school memories that we've had since, well, I've been here since 6th grade, so the memories I've had since 6th grade.
It's a really neat day, a day that everybody can come together and see everybody that they grew up with throughout school. It's neat seeing everybody talk, remembering everything, and I strongly encourage anybody to go ahead and come. It's a blast.